Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well. So of course in this video, I want to talk about Bitcoin, give you guys an update on Bitcoin. What is exactly Bitcoin doing right now? Even though, okay, I'm gonna say it straight up, even though Bitcoin is not moving at all. Okay, Bitcoin right now is still at $26,000, just under 27K. Okay, and altcoins today are not really moving as well in the market. Okay, but still overall the market today is in fact up over 1%, 1.1%, almost 1.2%, and the global crypto market cap as of right now, as of today, is currently at 1.12 trillion. Okay, so you guys can clearly see for the past 24 hours Bitcoin and Ethereum are in fact up over 1%. Okay, you guys can see some altcoins are up over 1% as well. Okay, Cardano today is up over 2%, 2.5%. You guys can clearly see that. Polygon is up 2.7%. Okay, so a fair few altcoins are in fact, having some small movements. Okay, but nothing too crazy at all, guys. Okay, today, right? It's just another regular day, okay? And here is Bitcoin. You guys can clearly see it's still at $26,000, okay? And for the past few hours, you guys can clearly see that it is pretty much consolidating and still at this level of 26K and 27K. You guys can clearly see, right, for the past few days that Bitcoin has not really been moving at all, okay? You guys can clearly see that right here, okay? Ever since we had this drop down, okay, early of this month in May, okay, when Bitcoin was up, pretty much at, above $29,000, 29.5, almost at 30K. Ever since we had that drop, you guys can clearly see for the past few days, Bitcoin has in fact been dropping down, right? And yeah, you guys can clearly see that for the past few days, okay, about, almost a week, Bitcoin did in fact drop down, back down to this level of $26,000 and $27,000. And ever since then, you guys can clearly see not much movements have in fact been happening. But in this video, I want to talk about why Bitcoin soon enough will reach back up to $30,000, okay, and of course $35,000, and of course eventually $40,000. And I think Bitcoin will reach 40K really soon. And in this video, I want to talk about that. Okay, so yes, for the past few days, we have in fact been seeing Bitcoin have a downtrend, okay? So Bitcoin has in fact been forming a downtrend for the past few days, okay? And, it is in fact in between this resistance line and this support level, okay? But mainly, we've been seeing Bitcoin for the past few days now, like over a week, stuck between $26,000 and $27,000. And you guys can clearly see that you guys can clearly see that, right, is in fact forming a downtrend, right? A very slow downtrend. You guys can clearly see a lower low, a lower high, okay? And then it also formed on a lower high, and then it formed another lower low. And then ever since then, you guys can clearly see that Bitcoin is in fact consolidating. So from this point on, we could potentially see Bitcoin drop further down. Okay, I've been talking about that many times. If you guys have in fact been watching my previous videos, I have in fact been talking about that plenty of times, okay, and there is in fact a high chance that yes, we could potentially see Bitcoin drop to $25,000, maybe even to 24K, maybe even to 23K, right? I don't see Bitcoin dropping back down to $20,000 or lower. I just really don't. I feel like that's very unlikely to happen, especially at this time, okay? Like the Bitcoin halving event is literally right around the corner, and I really do believe that in the next few months, okay, especially towards the end of this year, we will in fact see Bitcoin touch at least $50,000 or over, right? So yes, it is in fact forming this downtrend. This could be a bear flag. This could be, a bull flag. We will see. But I think, yes, Bitcoin could potentially drop further down, okay, to $25,000 or 24. But we will see. But yes, you guys can clearly see that it is clearly forming a downtrend, which is okay, right? We will see what's going to happen with Bitcoin. Now, a fair few charts, I want to show you guys that Bitcoin will break this resistance line that we are currently in right now. Okay, we know that Bitcoin is currently in between this resistance line and this support level, okay? And we will potentially break it, right? History does sort of repeat itself. This is what Bitcoin did back in 2019, okay? Bitcoin in 2019, it did in fact have this massive pump up. You guys can clearly see that, okay? And you guys can clearly see that the patterns, right, do sort of rhyme, do sort of, connect and, form the same way, okay? I'm like 50-50 on history, does in fact repeat itself, but I'm mainly more towards, history rhyming, right? So what happened in 2019 for Bitcoin could potentially happen for this current stage where we are in right now for Bitcoin, where Bitcoin is not really moving. Okay, we are in fact having and seeing a resistance line for Bitcoin, which is pretty much $30,000, and we could potentially break it right in the next few weeks, potentially even in the next few months. So be excited for that for all my Bitcoin holders out there that's watching this video right now. Okay, Bitcoin will break. We will in fact see a 40k Bitcoin. Mark my words on that, guys. So yes, it's looking pretty good for Bitcoin. Okay, it really is. So another chart I want to show you guys, and I feel like this one's a very, very important. The reality is most of you won't be patient enough to see the higher prices that are coming for Bitcoin. Okay, while bears shout for new lows in anger, smart investors are focused on the long-term view. Okay, and that is very true. I 100% agree with that. Okay, data says the bull market is here, which it is. We have already hit bottom. Okay, we know that. Last November and December, we saw Bitcoin touch $16,000. And yes, at one point, we saw Bitcoin go lower than $16,000. It touched, around 15.6, I want to say, $1,000. And that is when I actually got in. I actually got in at about 15.8 to 15.9K. That's when when I saw Bitcoin at that price, I just got in. Okay, if you guys don't believe me, I titled a video that I uploaded 6 months ago, back in November when Bitcoin was in fact at like 15K. I titled a video, I'm going all in on Bitcoin. And in that video, I actually invested a large amount of my money into Bitcoin. You don't believe me? Search up that video on my channel, click it, and you would see proof that I legit invested a large amount of my money into Bitcoin, right? Like in one sitting, you know what I mean? I invested a large amount of money. It was like over $10,000, almost $20,000 into Bitcoin. Okay, because I just knew like Bitcoin was in fact near its bottom. It was in fact near its bottom, because I say it's near its bottom because at that time, a lot of people thought Bitcoin will go lower. A lot of people thought, Bitcoin will go lower than, 16K, 15K. A lot of people thought Bitcoin will go back down to, $14,000 to $12,000, even $10,000. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, okay? I'm going to be transparent with you guys. I was one of them, right? I was one of them. I legit thought Bitcoin was in fact going to, at least $10,000. And that's why in that video, I even said, this could potentially be Bitcoin's bottom or near its bottom. So I just took advantage and I invested. You can never really time the market, guys. So that's why I always tell you guys to dollar cost average at least. And we all should be doing that right now because we are in fact in the accumulation stage right now. We all should be accumulating. We all should be at least dollar cost averaging. We all should be buying right now. That's just my personal opinion, right? So yes, this is only the beginning. What we are seeing right now for Bitcoin, this is the only beginning for the next bull market, because yes, like I said many times, we have already hit bottom, right? So you guys have to understand, I feel like a lot of people get confused with this, right? When Bitcoin is pumping and it's in the greens, news articles are talking about it, news channels are talking about it, everyone around you, okay, like whether it's in your personal life, okay, you're at a dinner table and everyone's talking about Bitcoin because it pumps so much and cryptocurrency because it pumps so much. If everyone is talking about it, I don't think that's a great time to start buying, because most likely that's when we will in fact be in a bull market. And that's going to happen again in the next few years. I think we all should be buying, and I'm pretty sure you guys can agree with me on this one. We all should be buying when Bitcoin is down a lot. Bitcoin has dropped over 50%, like half of its price, right? At one point, Bitcoin was below $20,000. If you got into Bitcoin below 20K, you are blessed. That's just my personal opinion, right? If you bought Bitcoin at 90K, 18K, 70K, even 16K, where it was at its bottom, even 15K at one point, right? You are blessed. Let me just tell you that. You are blessed, right? Because that was, in fact, a perfect time to get into Bitcoin, right? Because it was, in fact, at its bottom, okay? And obviously, we saw the beginning of 2023, Bitcoin shot up, So yes, the time to buy Bitcoin is when everyone is not talking about Bitcoin and crypto, when everyone doesn't, everyone's just sort of talking down on Bitcoin, saying it's a scam, it's going to $0 and whatnot, right? News articles are not really talking about it. Like, no one around you is talking about Bitcoin and crypto because they think it's dead. When everyone else is fearful, that is when, guys, you should be greedy. And that's when I think, and like I said, I think personally, you guys would 100% agree with me in this one, right? That is the perfect time to start buying Bitcoin. Okay. And guess what? A lot of people think right now Bitcoin is still dead. People think, Bitcoin has dropped massively still. It's nowhere near its all-time highs, but just they wait because Bitcoin will, pump like crazy. Exactly 1 year from now. The reason why I say that's because, of course, the Bitcoin halving event. Every single time we see a halving event for Bitcoin, Bitcoin always tends to pump the most, right? It really does. And not just Bitcoin, but other altcoins, the entire crypto market. That's when we will fully enter the next bull market, guys, for cryptocurrency, right? For this market. This is literally just the beginning. What we are seeing right now, this is literally just the beginning of the next bull market. Okay, it really is. So 40K Bitcoin is right around the corner. I think that's going to happen very, very soon. So I think right now is still a great time to buy Bitcoin. Okay, I think that's very true. Okay, that's just my personal opinion, right? So think about that. And now, when in doubt, guys, you really just got to zoom out. This is pretty much the Bitcoin chart from 2011. Okay, 2011 to where we are now, right here. Okay, you guys have to understand, right? When in doubt, you have to really just zoom out. And you guys clearly see that Bitcoin, yes, it's a really volatile asset. You guys can clearly see that throughout the years, we had a lot of ups and downs. Okay, but you guys can clearly see that it's always reaching a new all-time high. It's always trending up. It's like a uptrend, but it's like really volatile. You know what I mean? You guys can clearly see that, right? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and then down. And this is where we are right now. So clearly it's going to go back up again. And you guys can clearly see these red lines is in fact indicating that is when, the Bitcoin halving event happened, right? So we know our most previous halving event for Bitcoin happened in 2020. It always happens every 4 years, pretty much, right? So 2012, and then 2016, and then 2020, our most previous one. And of course, next year, 2024, that's going to be our next Bitcoin halving event. That's when we're going to see Bitcoin reach a new all-time high. So be excited for that, okay? Bitcoin will reach over 6 figs easily. That's like easily going to happen. Okay, we won't easily see 100K Bitcoin. That's like nothing. It's going to get to like 200K, potentially even 300K, and higher than that, potentially. This next Bitcoin halving event, this next bull run, this next bull market that we are in fact going to be seeing for Bitcoin and crypto is going to be completely different compared to the ones that we have seen previous years. So be excited, guys. Okay, this is the time to really buy. Not financial advice. Please always do your own research, guys. But personally, I think this is a great time right now to buy some Bitcoin. Do not miss this opportunity. If you want to make money with Bitcoin and crypto long term, you better take advantage now. You better take action now. Okay, please do your own research, understand where Bitcoin is heading, look at the chart, do your own research, do your own due diligence. That's all I'm going to say, right? Personally, I've been stacking Bitcoin. I've been buying a lot of Bitcoin, right, for the past few weeks. I really have. I'm dollar cost averaging, okay? I've been buying a lot of Bitcoin. When I'm investing into crypto, I mainly just invest into Bitcoin and Ethereum. You guys know that, right? The two biggest, largest crypto coins out of the whole market, okay? I don't just invest into like meme coins, like low cap coins, and just, expect my $1,000 investment. This is just an example, by the way. Expect my $1,000 investment to turn into 10K like overnight, right? I'm not all about that, guys. I'm mainly about, buying and hodling for long term. I'm an investor into this market. And yes, sometimes I trade every now and then. Okay, I really do trade every now and then, right? But I'm mainly just a investor into this market, guys. So when in doubt, really zoom out in the Bitcoin chart. Now, I want to show you guys this because this is very, very true. For all the people out there that don't understand Bitcoin, don't understand the technology behind Bitcoin, what the blockchain is and whatnot, what cryptocurrency is, okay, how it works, okay, why it's important, I highly suggest you guys to read a book called The Bitcoin Standard. And I've been telling you guys about this book a fair bit now. Okay, you see all these people, like this picture just shows you guys, like once you read this book, you will be bullish with Bitcoin. Okay, and you will start, buying into Bitcoin, buying into this asset and whatnot. Okay, because a lot of you guys were clueless. Okay, and I actually have the book right here, and I read this book a couple months ago. And I'm not gonna lie, this book took me a while to read. Okay, this book right here, The Bitcoin Standard. Oops, sorry, I just hit the mic. This book took me a while to read, and I'm not gonna lie, it's sort of boring at the start. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, right? It's sort of boring at the start, but it gets better. But I really want you guys to go out there, get this book. It costed like what, $25. It's really, really cheap in my opinion, and you will have great knowledge once you finish reading this book and whatnot. So I highly suggest you guys to read this book, because you will understand what Bitcoin is, why it's here, the technology behind Bitcoin. Because I feel like a lot of people, when they talk down on Bitcoin, right, and they don't really understand it, right? They don't understand how Bitcoin works, why it's here, what's the technology behind it, why it's important, why we need it in this society that we live in this world, right? Because inflation is around, right? Banks are in fact collapsing, transactions, the government, right? A lot of people don't trust the government. Okay, we know Bitcoin is decentralized. Okay, there's no like middleman, there's no one controlling it. It's literally just its own thing. You guys just have to really do your own research. So I highly suggest you guys to read this book and understand why Bitcoin is here, why it was created at the first place back in 2008, and then it came out in 2009 by an anonymous person named Satoshi Nakamoto. To this day, we have no idea who this person is. He still, or she, or a group of people still remain anonymous. But it's a very smart person, because we need this technology nowadays. We really do need Bitcoin. Like Bitcoin is like a savior. It really is, right? So please just do your own research on Bitcoin. Okay, a lot of people don't understand Bitcoin. They call it a scam. It's going to go to $0. It's because they don't understand what Bitcoin is, why it's here, and the technology behind it. So please do your own research. That's all I'm going to say. Now, to end off this video, I just want to give you guys a quick update on the Fear and Greed Index. We are currently in neutral at 48. I feel like this entire month in May, you guys can clearly see, has not really been moving too much, right? We were in fact above 60, so we were in fact in greed mode, but then it just slowly went down, and that's because Bitcoin slowly went down as well, back down to like $26,000, where it's at right now, right? So you guys can clearly see yesterday we were in neutral, last week we were in neutral, last month we were in fact in greed. So it's still holding up really well. Okay, the Fear and Greed Index is still holding up really, really, really well. At least we're not all the way back down to the orange area or even the red area, where we will in fact be in, fear mode, right? Even extreme fear mode. Okay, all of 2022, I feel like the Fear and Greed Index has been indicating around this area right here, and that's because we were in fact in a bear market, but things have obviously, switched up. And of course, next year, 2024, 2025, this is going to be in the greens. It's just going to be stuck in the greens. We're all going to be in greed mode, right? And that's when you should really, take your profits, okay? But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. I really would appreciate that, because I know a lot of you guys that are in fact watching this video right now are not yet subscribed. So please consider subscribing. Okay, I really would appreciate it. Always to give you guys an update on Bitcoin and just cryptocurrency in general, what's happening around the crypto space. So if you guys are in fact investors into this market or even traders, please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate that. And of course, guys, follow me on my social media. It's all linked in the description down below. I actually posted a new photo on my Instagram, and Instagram, that's where I'm actually mainly active, right? So follow me. It's just at mitchell.lim right here. I don't know if you guys can even see that, but yeah, I just posted a new photo, so I would highly suggest you guys to like it. I would really appreciate that, and just give me a little follow, right? So you guys can see more of me out of YouTube. But yeah, I'm in here. Hope you guys have a blessed day as always, and I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a blessed day, guys.